Why doesn't the Green Party advocate for more nuclear energy? The Green Party is fundamentally opposed to nuclear energy, which we consider to be expensive and dangerous. The technology is not carbon neutral, and being reliant on uranium, it is not renewable. We consider its use, moreover, to be elitist and undemocratic. There is so far no safe way of disposing of nuclear waste, to a degree unequaled by even the worst of other dangerous industries. The costs and dangers of nuclear energy and its waste will be passed on to future generations long after any benefits have been exhausted. https policy.greenparty.org.uk/archive/energy-2014.html text equals EN 105% 20 the percent 20 green percent 20 party percent 20 is to percent 20 b percent 20 elitist percent 20 and percent 20 undemocratic. https apnews.com/article/business-united-states-georgia-atlanta-7555f8d73c46f0e551391409 9A3 https www.la-times.com/nation/la-nu-mexico-nu-mexico-dump-20160819-snap-story.html https violation tracker Good Jobs First org, agency, NRC. New nuclear tech is great. In the US we don't have any of it. I'm not anti-nuclear, nor do I associate with any Green Party. But I posted their stance to answer your question. I am anti-nuclear industry. I think we really messed it up bad on the corporate regulatory end. Being anti-nuclear was part of the pro-environmentalist bucket going back to the 70s and 80s. And inertia dies hard. Also, while nuclear power plants are necessary to reduce carbon, they still can cause some local environmental damage even in normal operations, e.g. from pumping out hot water used as coolant that can kill surrounding sea life, or storage of hot spent fuel. Patrick Moore, a co-founder of Greenpeace, changed his stance on nuclear power and is now a supporter of that technology. Currently nuclear is expensive, unpopular, and takes 5 to 10 years minimum for a reactor to be built. It's a political nightmare. A lot of people are opposed to nuclear power because they're uneducated or simply remember the effects of 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl, and Fukushima. In fact, places are decommissioning perfectly fine nuclear plants simply because of politics. It doesn't make much sense for a political party to advocate for them when there's at best a slightly positive reaction, and on the other hand, a strongly negative movement. Political parties always pander to their target demographics and try to avoid bad press in those groups, because that's how they get votes. Wait, is there Green Party in the US? The US government already spends about 1% of the entire country's GDP cleaning up just one radioactive site from the development of the 2 atomic bombs from WW2. Simply put, we spend 1% of all the money, wealth created every year to clean up a mess from almost a century ago. It creates waste which has to be stored somewhere forever, which will destroy the environment if not contained properly. No carbon emissions, and it's reliable, but even if there is never another nuclear accident, which, although they are unlikely to happen, every plant still produces nuclear waste, which is extremely hazardous essentially forever. Emissions aren't the only form of pollution. Nuclear can only work as a temp replacement. Urine is limited just like coal. It's not renewable, just CO2 neutral. There aren't any long-term waste solutions RN, except one in Finland, so that might be part of it. Nuclear power is quite unpopular. We haven't figured out how to store the waste. It's relatively easy to turn engineering mistakes into massive environmental disasters. In the USA, we haven't been able to bring a plant online for a really long time. Nuclear can be a decent supplement to other renewable energy sources, but it still creates waste that doesn't go anywhere for a long time, and is very dangerous to handle. It also takes quite some time to get new plants up and running. And time is something we don't really have if we want to avoid the worst of climate change. Also, in the US at least, nuclear plants are expensive to build and operate. This past point, I believe, is due to fossil fuel wishes written into regulations by their good buddies in Congress. Nuclear energy may be effective, but it's still awful for the environment. The waste it produces not only is a danger to us, but anything living. Solar and wind power don't produce harmful waste. And even if we were unable to completely stop using fossil fuels, it would still be preferable to nuclear waste, because there's ways to remove fossil fuel emissions from the atmosphere. The problem with this is that companies that make their money from the fossil fuel industry are very well connected in our main parties. Since the Green Party is all but irrelevant in terms of political power, they're free from the influence of these companies. And so they're the ones pushing solar and wind power. And dump the waste where? Africa, laughing face, or the middle of an ocean. China's been ramping up nuclear energy. We're always last to do anything. That's why I don't believe in electric vehicles. Hydrogen is probably where we'll end up after there's a bazillion batteries laying around everywhere. Looking at some scandals of local Green Party. If you go nuclear, you can't get government contracts to your friends selling biofuels in biogenerators, or whatever they are called in English. Also, fear of nuclear waste. Propaganda about risk of nuclear disasters. Fukushima did basically nothing. Chernobyl beyond nearest vicinity did not do that much to people, etc.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.